go to 876 area code. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Yes, hi, this is Karen. I'm calling from Jamaica.
Hello, Carrie-Ann. How are you?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me well?
Yes? Can you hear me? Can you tell us what you're interested in saying?
Yes, now I was calling. I've been trying to call for a couple weeks because I needed to respond to some comments by racist old man.
Okay.
But since you guys have disbanded him, I guess I'll just talk to you. And also, what I wanted to talk about too was this idea of deplatforming, because I teach high school students and first year university students, and last time we had a discussion, so one of my students actually watched a video about the bell curve, and he's a black guy because we're all Jamaicans, and he was convinced that because he's a black person and this theory exists that black people are not intelligent, how were we going to address that? Because, when people like Alex Jones is on all the platforms, people who don't, also on those videos, there's no discussion from anybody intelligent. It's just Alex Jones talking racist things, and young black people listen to these things and actually believe them, and then other people have to go on, because I ended up having to go and watch Alex Jones, find out all about this person, and then end up also finding about the bell curve, and then on and talking about black people are not as intelligent as white people. And it's really sad because there are a lot of studies that show that black people, growing up being told that you are worse than everybody else, it affects you.
Yeah, I mean, I think, maybe, there used to be, the only thing I could say, and I think your point is that, platforming Alex Jones can have far more corrosive implications than maybe we imagine at first. There used to be a doctrine on regulated media that was regulated by the FCC because it was considered the commons, where you could not present a right-wing view or a left-wing view without a response. And, putting aside the questions of like the quality of the responses, and is the response as left wing or is the response right wing as the proposal is left wing, those questions, just the idea that you have to share a platform simultaneously with someone with an opposing view, at the very least, leaves open the door that, like, you're going to have to exercise some critical thinking here, right? So, I mean, what would be, based upon what your experience is with someone like Alex Jones, what is your perspective on this? Because Alex Jones is not the only one who's espousing this type of stuff. I mean, Sam Harris is having the author of the bell curve on his show. So what is your suggestion?
I mean, for me, I agree that it's a very complicated issue, because as for what is my suggestion, at this time I don't have any suggestion. The only suggestion that I would have is what I've seen now, where people who are pretty egregious and they always do this, they have been proven to not be honest actors. Because if I come up on a channel that has, say, 500 subscribers and it's this guy in his room ranting, that's a different perspective that I will have compared to a guy with, on Twitter, like a check mark beside his name, or on YouTube, lots of ads from, top ad companies, and I mean, Sam Harris, he's another issue, but I guess for him, he allows a little more debate, I guess, on his platforms, because I haven't checked him out in a long time, so I don't know if that's still the case. But in the context that I've seen him, there is some debate, because I don't have a problem with the ideas being expressed, but as you said, we need to have
them
some
challenged.
form of debate.
Right. Well, it's a messed up situation, and I would just encourage your students to watch this program.
Yeah, I've tried. There are a couple of them that we have watched, but the type of course that I teach, it's science, so most times we don't get a lot of opportunity to discuss those kinds of topics.
Well, I mean, we'll get some merch. Maybe we'll send you some stickers. You leave them around strategically for the kids, the students, and we'll see what happens. But I appreciate the...
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be a good idea.
All right. Thanks so much for the call.